Hey everyone, long time no see. I haven't sat down to do a video like this in a while, and it's mostly a vlog, so I'm not gonna really sit down for too long. But today, as I'm filming this, it is the 29th of August, which means it has officially been 2 weeks since I landed in Ireland. Honestly, I don't think there's any kind of review or reflection that I can offer you, because these 2 weeks have mostly just been trying to get stuff organized. I don't know how many of you have moved to a new country, but this is the second time I've done it, and it's even more confusing this time because there's just so much more that needs to be done regarding documents and bank accounts. Everything just takes time to be done. So these 2 weeks have mostly just been me trying to get organized, which I'm not normally very good at. I'm not the organization person, so it's been a weird 2 weeks. But definitely now things are getting a little easier, things are getting a little more comfortable and familiar, so hopefully I will have some more videos out in the future where I'm actually talking about how it feels moving to Ireland. My plans for today are thankfully nothing. I have finally got a free day where I don't have to go into a bank or a government office or anything of the like. So my morning, still kind of morning now, I will be trying to study Chinese. I did a video recently where I talked about how I just kind of took a temporary break from studying simply because I had so much going on in my life that it just really didn't feel like a priority for me. I had so much else happening in my mind that I could barely sit down and form a sentence in English, let alone in a second language. But things are settled now, and I do have some motivation to get back to studying Chinese. So the morning we'll be studying Chinese, I'll have lunch later on, and then hopefully I can take you guys on a walk. I technically live in a village. I googled it, it's a village, but it doesn't really feel like one, so I'm definitely gonna walk into the nearest town, hopefully try and find a secondhand shop or thrift shop, charity shop, op shop, whatever you want to call it. A little shop to have a look around, maybe see if there's anything I might want to buy, see what is out there, and just try and relax and enjoy my day. So let's get going. So it is currently midday, as you can see from the clock on the wall, and the Irish sun is out in full force. It is so bright down here. It's amazing, but it's really unfortunate because the office space that both my husband and I use is on the other side of the house, so we only get end of the daylight. But I came down here to grab a coffee. I've been studying for about an hour and a half, so obviously not a huge amount of time, but just trying to get back into it. I did clean up a little bit because I'm living with my husband's parents, and I'm very particular about having the dishes done all the time. And they're like, oh, just leave it in, it'll be done whenever cooking happens. And I'm always like, don't mind me, I'm just gonna do the dishes real quick. So just did the dishes, gonna make myself a little iced coffee and head upstairs. I am actually, well, I was gonna go out, like I said, I was gonna go out for a walk, but my husband is not at home right now, and he messaged me that he has a delivery coming from Amazon. So apparently I have to wait for it because it's something for his computer. I don't know anything about computers, but he has something coming, so I have to wait here. So I will go upstairs with my little iced coffee and read a book. So it is currently 1:30 p.m. I am having a really bad skin day, which I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna get a little TMI on the internet, but due to PCOS, I take birth control. And I was promised good skin. I was told, oh, you know, it clears your skin up. It's so good, your skin will be clear. I've had bad skin for about 10 years now, because I remember when I was 12, that's when it started, and then I turned 23 next week, so actually we're almost 11 years, and I have never had clear skin. I've seen doctors, I've seen like dermatologists, I had my hormone levels checked, and my most recent check last year, everything was like completely normal, like all within normal range, and yet not having a good skin day. But besides the point, I just got very distracted by my own reflection in the camera. I have decided to skip lunch today because I am just not. I ate a little earlier, I had my drip coffee and had a little biscuit. But my husband is back home, so he can wait for his Amazon packages himself. And I am gonna get ready to go on a little walk to the charity shop. So, I changed my mind. I actually have no idea where I'm walking because I've only been here 2 weeks. I don't really go out for the first like week and a half. But I'm just gonna see where I end up, honestly, and share with you kind of around Ireland. It's quite pretty here. It's alright, but yeah, I'll find somewhere, I'm sure. So I found a castle, that's cool. You'd think something like this would be in the middle of nowhere, but it's actually in the middle of like a housing development. On the other side of this, there's like a load of new build houses. And in the middle is just like the ruins of this castle. I checked where I am on a map, and it is the ruins of a 12th or 13th century castle. And it's just here. Oh my gosh. I just got back from my walk, and as you can tell from the very red glow on my face, I sweat a lot when I exercise. So I was gonna have a shower, but I thought, you know what, I'm gonna treat myself, I'm gonna have a bath. And I am a bath book reader. I feel it's controversial, like some people are like, oh, don't take books near water, like what if they get damaged? For me, especially because like my books are not like literary excellence, it's just like fun books that I love. I'm gonna take a book in the bath. The only ones I wouldn't take are these ones. They are nice. And this one is about 100 years old. just over, something like that, something ridiculous. Anyway, so I'm not gonna take those in there, but let me talk about what book I am gonna read today. For the day is Reckless by Elsie Silver, and I have read one of her books before. You can see over there, I think it's Fearless, the blue one. I have read one of her books before and I absolutely loved it. I love a cowboy romance. I don't know what it is. I love a cowboy romance. I have been to America once and I went to New York. My husband is definitely not a cowboy, and realistically I don't think I'd like that lifestyle. It just doesn't seem like something I'd fit into. I don't know. Yeah, the book is Reckless and it is part of a series, and I have read book 2 and then I bought book 3 and 4, and this is book 4 and I haven't read book 3 yet. So, because book 3 is over there, and I'm not going to read them in order because they're technically standalone. Well, they're all part of a series, but you can read them standalone. So both my hair and this book have curled from the heat that I had my bath, but Elsie Silver, you have done it again. Oh my gosh, I love this book. I think it might be better than the other one I read. I don't want to jump to any conclusions because it might be worse as it goes on. I'm only 132 pages long, so it might get worse. But for now, I'm enjoying it and I have powered through this book. It is currently 8 p.m. and my husband requested I wait until he was done building his PC to start cooking dinner. So I'm eating much later than I normally would. So tonight's dinner is the least authentic tacos ever. I am literally using a Tesco seasoning pack, and I try really hard to try and cook authentic Chinese recipes as often as I can. But sometimes I don't want to. I'm gonna be honest, sometimes I sit down and I'm like, you know what? I want pasta, or I want fake white people tacos, or I want pizza and burgers, or whatever. And honestly, being in an interracial marriage, I don't know how to phrase this in a way that doesn't make my husband seem bad, but one person kind of will usually like conform more to the other person's culture, and I definitely have kind of conformed more to my husband's culture and his beliefs and his kind of way of life. And I do it in almost every aspect of life, but sometimes I'm gonna make white people tacos and he's gonna enjoy it. I will say, he previously would not eat anything that isn't Chinese. I don't know when he changed his mind, but one day I made sausages and mashed potatoes, which is bangers and mash, a very, very, very British dish, and he loved it. And ever since then, like, if it's mashed potatoes or sausages or gravy, he will eat it. So the white people tacos, he's okay with it, I swear. So it's currently about 11 p.m. and I'm not gonna talk too loud because the baby is sleeping and I'm trying to get ready for bed because I am so exhausted. I used to be able to stay up till like 3 a.m. I don't know if it's moving or getting older or whatever, but I am so ready. I just wanted to come on here and say a quick goodbye. Thank you for watching this video, and yeah, this kind of video style is kind of new for me. I don't really post videos like this often, so if you did enjoy seeing my life in this kind of way, please do let me know, and I will really appreciate it with any kind of feedback. So good night, goodbye, and I will see you next week with a new video.